Woke and Ready TV. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to this channel. It's free. Only thing you gotta do is hit the little subscribe button. You know what I mean? Let's get these numbers up. You know what I mean? Listen, Carlee Russell, this story is like all over the place, man. And this video might be a little bit longer than my usual videos. And this is like one of the first stories that I made. It's not the first story. It's one of the only stories that I did like multiple videos on. That's because the story is like all over the place. You know what I mean? I want to just start off by saying that I came up with 3 theories and a possible. First one, either it's a hoax for whatever reason. I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. I'm back. I had to drink some water and clear my throat. First theory, either it's a hoax. You know what I mean? Everybody is in on it for whatever reason. The mother, father, Carlee. It's a hoax. That's number 1. Number 2, it might sound a little bizarre. Could be a possibility that she was abducted by aliens. You know what I mean? Because when you watch the clip, I mean, everybody know I watched a few videos. It's like a minute and 30 seconds, a minute and 38 seconds that's missing from the video. And we all know when, like, you know, people say they've been abducted by aliens, it's like something, all these stories have something in common, and it have something to do with the time. And clock stop, your watch will stop. I don't know if these aliens or these beings are so powerful and, you know, they got the ability to, you know, throw glitches into whatever systems that's running that, you know, that mean clocks, cameras. But, you know, it's a fact that it's a minute and 38 seconds left. You know what I mean? I mean, missing from this video. And that's kind of strange because, you know, that doesn't happen. You know, like on highways and shit like that, these videos just don't glitch. Or number 3, she was abducted and she got away. She's telling the truth. Or her family's telling the truth. But the police sure don't see it that way. And I'm going to get to the 4th one in a minute. But let's say she is telling the truth. That means someone had to purposely, I mean, someone who was some type of authority to these cameras had to go, you know what I mean, take a part of this video and, you know, delete it, get rid of it before it got to the public. So if that happened, that means that somebody with authority was in on it. But the reason why me personally, I don't think that's what happened. I may be wrong. I don't think that she was almost abducted. Because let's look at the facts. I mean, not by no humans or no sex trafficking. Let's look at the facts. She called the police and said she spotted a baby. Okay. And they said only 6% of sex traffickers use this tactic. 6%. Baby on the highway, and, you know, or even somebody look like they need for help, somebody stop, and then, you know, they get kidnapped or whatever. For one, how do you know who's going to pull over and see this baby? What if it's a police officer? You know, what if it's 6 guys coming from the bar and they see a baby? Then, you know, that ruins their plan. What's the odds of a young woman, you know, the woman, okay, what is the odds of her pulling over by herself, getting out the car to help this baby? You know? That's number 2. Number 3, damn, I forgot what number 3 was, but okay, okay, on the camera, when you watch this video, I can say the only thing that made me think that, okay, maybe this could have happened, this, and I'm going with their story, it may have happened, is because from the time she called the police, I believe it was like 9:34, that she called her family and they said they heard a scream. That time does match up. But after they heard the scream, the car slowly moved up. Then you see someone get out the car. Then you see them go over to like the passenger side. Then there's so many lights. Then you don't see anything else. Someone who was, recording this video, they uploaded, they said they seen like the figure dip off into the woods. Now, if they did that, that means the whole thing was orchestrated. And like I said before, somebody with some higher authority had to be involved, because they knew where to place this baby, and it was out of view of the camera, like out of camera view. They knew where to grab her, maybe take her in the woods or whatever, and someone else jumped in her car, drove up a few feet from where it actually happened at, left her car there, got out, and dipped off in the woods. But then that means they had to have, police scanners and all this stuff so they can know when was a call made about a missing baby. They had to be on a game. And, that also mean that the person that had authority to these cameras was also involved. So that takes a lot of work only for someone to get away. And, police, obviously, if somebody else got in that car, I'm sure they dusted for prints and they looked all around in that area, because, 2 days later, she came back. Now, with all that said, like, it's just so many possibilities that could have happened. And I honestly, the number 3 thing, the one that I just can't, I can't see that happening, because there's so much missing on that camera, the camera view. I can't see that happening. Now, she shows back up 2 days later. Now, her mom and her father, they gave a story of what happened. They got on television. They said that they can't speak about this, but they said that she was abducted, and she did fight back. And they said when they saw her that she was, so out of it, they had to get medical, attention. She had to seek medical attention like ASAP. But the only thing about this is the way the parents feel, and they're going by what she's saying, which we don't know what she's saying. It's crazy, because the police don't feel this way, because they didn't give a description. They didn't even really say if anything, like, there's no description, there's no missing baby. It's nothing. So they just, she gave a statement, but it's nothing. They didn't say, okay, we're looking for this man, a black man, or 2 men in this car. What, like, come on, they would have gave some kind of description by now. So me personally, let me get to this 4th theory. All because of the parent. And I thought about this before, but I ain't really want to say nothing. You know what I mean? I think the parents are trying to lean more on she was almost abducted. I hate saying that word sometimes. I think they want to make it look like someone tried to kidnap her or whatever, and they're going to stick by that story. Why would they try to stick by that story? Me personally, I think she was targeted, and I want y'all to hear me out. But I also think that she was in on the whole situation. I believe it was a ransom. I believe it was a staged ransom. I believe they called the police and all that to throw everyone off, made it seem like she was taken. And I believe her family got some money. Maybe they into something, you know what I mean? This is just a theory. You know, right now, at this point, I don't even care about speaking on them because they, you know what I mean? They shut down the whole country for, 48 hours. Everybody worried about her. Glad she home and all that. But to me, I'm thinking, it was a staged ransom. Someone they know, they try to throw it off because you got to remember, her parents said someone called their phone. How would someone get their number if she left a phone and everything? How would someone get their number and say they're at the red roof? They pull up 6 cars deep with nobody in there. Nobody was there. Maybe the person didn't trust the family was going to drop off that money, and that didn't work out the first time. But I think the reason why she got home safe because the family paid that money. You know what I mean? I believe the family got a couple dollars, and Carlee know the family got a couple dollars. I don't know the relationship with her and her family, but she probably got parts of that money, and they don't want, and they know it was a ransom. They know they paid that money to get her back. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't trying to draw no more attention to them or whatever they're into. You know what I'm saying? Mark my words, it's gonna come out, man. If that theory is true, it's gonna come out because I believe the police know something isn't right. Everybody knows something isn't right. But that's the only logical thing that I can see. It was like a false ransom. I mean, a staged ransom, or it was aliens, because aliens that drop you off. They say they'd abduct you, then leave you, bring you back to that same spot. You know what I mean? Hey, that could have happened. They could have wiped the memory out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they said she knew what happened because she gave a statement. So I'm kind of X that theory out. You know what I mean? Whatever her statement was, I don't know. I think it was a staged ransom, man. You know what I mean? Where's the baby? Where's the people? They got what they wanted. They got their money. They let her go. You know what I mean? So, I want to know what y'all think. Am I tripping or am I tripping? No, they tripping. They tripping. For real. Subscribe to this channel, yo. For real. Because I'm going to be bringing y'all more. I'm going to be bringing y'all a lot more. It is what it is, man. Woke and Ready TV. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Peace and love.